Hello. All right, let's advance our Minesweeper game a little bit. What I'm thinking here is adding the timer, officially speaking. So we'll go to index, not index. Actually, yeah, because our server's not even up. On deck. Just give me a moment. Okay. Well, so what we want to do is we do want a menu. So const menu height equals 50. Already did it. And then we'll add a new view. We'll say const menu. Actually, I had another idea that I wanted to try. I kind of dislike this idea of having to do all of this every time. So what I wanted to do is go into the engine and say const export const drawable equals a function. We'll have a config, which is a drawable, a engine.drawable of type state. It has a second arg. Data. I'll just say unknown for now. We're gonna add a new function called draw that takes the config, the context. Canvas rendering context to the state and signals. Which is an engine.signal. We have the body. And we'll just say that it returns this. And we'll spread config. And then we'll go to drawable. Say that it has draw. Like that. This drawable state data. State signals signal engine dot signal and then we forgot the context. And so pretty much all of this code will go into there. Too much. We'll make draw come first. And then we'll put the code here. And pretty much anywhere it says drawable in here is going to be this. Actually, just to make it easier, and then we'll return state. And then in here, we'll say let state. Oh, we don't need to do that. We just say state equals drawable dot draw context state signals. We'll say const draw equals this. If draw, we'll say draw dot call drawable like that. And then that allows us to do something like that. Let's go to the engine. We've exported it already. Just scroll up. Just do that. Alright, so we must have nothing. Oh, is this syntax error? Alright, let's do a refresh. Okay, well, we're not getting an error, at least. Hello. How's it going, Liz? I just spent the past 3 to 4 hours cleaning the entire upstairs, looking for my passport. I cleared out like all the closets. Still haven't found it. Ah, that's why it's not drawing. Because we're not using drawable everywhere else. So like sprite sheet needs to say drawable state. Data. Nice. Alright, what else do we put into drawables? Okay, cool. And so what we want to do is make the cells offset a little bit. And so the Y is actually going to be plus menu height. Reminds me, I should send a message. Yeah, lucky passport. Unlucky me. Okay, so we want to draw the const menu equals drawable Minesweeper.state. X is 0, the Y is 0. It's actually going to be width is going to be width, height is going to be menu height, and the image is going to be something. I'll say it's a sprite sheet. And we can say that data is, we don't really care. Let's see. Alright, that's good now. I'll go back to here. And what does this generally expect? Source with x is 0, y is 0, 16, height is 16. Data is null. That's what it is. Can it be something else? engine spreadsheet config. Could be. Where did you go? Let's say row or column. Row. Put the comma there. And maybe you just see what it looks like. JK, server's down. Menu is already declared. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, it's currently not drawing. Oh, because I didn't put it. Gotta put it earlier, otherwise draw order. Just want to see if it potentially looks good or bad. I'm not getting an error. We should put a breakpoint here. Let's take a look at menu. It does have a width and a height, but I haven't set the image. Yeah, I didn't put an image, that's why. So let's look at the other sprite sheet. And that's the image right there. This is the one we want to take. So if we press play, do a refresh, turn off that breakpoint. Okay, cool. So the one is really stretched out. That's what I was expecting. Let's see, so I want to use the open cell, like the revealed cell, which is row 2, column 0. Row 2, column 0, and it does look bad. And basically what I wanted to see really is what this is going to require, because right now the image is being stretched to fit this area. Ideally, we don't stretch it. And so what does a revealed one look like? It looks a little bit like this. I'm trying to think of what that, there's like an algorithm for this. What was it doing? Something with the number 9 in it, that's all I remember. 9 patch. So I'm thinking we should make like a 9 patch component that can sub-image and cut out the edges and repeat the middle. That way, instead of this being blurry, it's just like a bigger version of this. So, 9 patch. We're actually gonna steal code. We're gonna steal the sprite sheet code. I do. Actually, should we just make sprite sheets do it? I wonder if I could just like pass the sprite sheet down to the 9 patch so that I have some options there. Like the 9 patch would just draw everything to its own back canvas. Let's do a new file. 9 patch.ts. export const. Mine patch. Just calls drawable. And let's see. I'm gonna have the config here. There's gonna be engine.mine-patch config. We'll say a.config. We'll import engine. Go to types, and then export interface state data extends drawable state data. And then here we'll say mine patch and the value. We'll call this, did we use this anywhere else? We'll call this sprite sheet source. We'll use it here. We'll say export interface mine patch config. No, we already did that. I'll just call it source. State data. And we'll keep these together. State data, the state data. And this is going to just change how things are drawn. And we take out of context. State and sequence. We might want to make this draw more accessible. Let's do that. pretty much everything that this does is part of the function. So we'll delete that. Do this and do that. And say drawable, engine.drawable state data state data capital D. That's happy again. Delete all that. And here for drawable, we'll just return draw this context state signals. Thinks it's unknown. Do capital U unknown. And then if we go to draw this. Sorry. This will be data. Oh, we already have a draw function. Great. Call this draw all. Call this draw all. Then this draw all. All right. And so in here, we want to import draw. Just for simplicity, we'll just return draw from the engine. This context state signals. Can we? No, we added one. Can we get rid of this one, maybe? No, because we want it to default to something. That's fine. Okay. Alright, let's save it. Let's go to Minesweeper. Close others. Hey, Zuha. The interviews, they're going alright. I have two interviews where I'm meeting the CTO. Yeah, your shift register seems really complex. Parallel in, serial out. That's interesting. There's actually this YouTube channel that or like a YouTube video Give me a moment. I'll find it for you. There's this kid who made a chest without turns, and he like put magnets and piece detectors, and he ran like voltages through people to know who was touching things. It was really complex. Let me get a link for you. I'll put it in the Discord. YouTube streamer. Chessboard. And game. Maybe this would be some inspiration for your project if you wanted to do your own chessboard. I'll put it in chat too. But yeah, the one interview, I only spoke to a recruiter so far, and they're like, all right, time to meet the CTO. The other interview, I did a filter test where they asked me like 10 multiple choice questions. For whatever reason, they refer to them as MCQs, which made them sound super fancy and scary. But they were just, yeah, multiple choice questions. Some of them had one answer, some of them had more than one answer. And then at the very end, there was a programming prompt. And it was like a conversation with an AI bot, which was interesting. I've never done that before, but it was I enjoyed it. The bot gave you second chances if you got something wrong, and it would kind of give you a nudge to get you to get the right answer the second time around. And so it kind of felt like you were actually having a conversation with a real person, even though you weren't. Which is like something I kind of feel like is missing when they do automated tests. It's like this feeling that I could have gotten it right, or they would have understood why I got it wrong if I was just talking to a human. But I got 8 out of the 10 correct on the first try, and I think I got 2 of the 10 correct on the second try. One of them I just answered too quickly. The other one was just like almost like a trap, like a trick question. The coding prompt was fair. I mean, it wasn't like crazy. Sup, Jathan? Thanks for the follow. So I think overall they were successful. So we're going to try to use the 9 patch I'm working on. And we're going to allow this to do unknown, or an actual unknown, because I think that's what we did for the sprite sheet. Yeah, we'll do that here too. Instead of sprite sheet, we're going to do 9 patch. And then I'm thinking we do children. Yeah, it is really interesting. I enjoyed it. I've watched the video twice now. It's cool to see electronic projects. I don't really do hardware, so like when I do things like Arduino, it's really interesting and fun for me. I am currently just allowing recruiters to reach out to me directly. And so if they message me, I'll entertain their offers. And I think I have plenty of things to do while that's the case. Like there's plenty of interviews. If the interviews start to like die off, then yeah, I'll apply directly. But they're really interesting opportunities. One of them's like a web scraping opportunity, which is kind of sounds kind of sus, I guess. But it's still an interesting problem. The other one is about like medical claims and helping with collections, because medical collections is kind of the worst. And so trying to improve the world of medical collections, which I think is also pretty useful. We're gonna take all of this. And call this spreadsheet. We're gonna do CID 16. Why are you unhappy? Oh, you want data. Is it X and Y optional yet? Not at all. Yeah, not at all. Okay, so it'd be 1616 02 1616. And the recruiters are reaching out through email and through LinkedIn. I put my profile on LinkedIn public that I'm open to jobs, so it's been kind of flooding in. I could probably reduce these and make the spreadsheet smart enough to do with is config.with your no, we're not gonna do that. It's too complicated, actually. Yeah, we want the width and height. So yeah, that's fine. That is exactly what should be happening right now. Because in iPatch we haven't really changed how it draws stuff. Oh, actually, I feel like I should be drawing the right cell, just drawing the cell really small. So in reality, I don't think it should be drawing at all. Oh, because it's probably because it's not clipping it. What if we made the width 100 by 100? Okay, that's interesting. I think that's a function. We should go to the engine. And we should clip stuff. If it's visible, we'll say context.save. Then down here, we'll say context.restore. And then here, we're just gonna say context.rect. It's gonna be, we're gonna actually put it after all of this. So we're gonna do dx, dy, dw, dh. And then we'll say context.clip. And hopefully it only draws a section. Great, it doesn't. Ah. Actually, there is no ah. I wonder if maybe this isn't even working, and the only reason that it's showing correctly is because each cell that's happening later is drawing over the previous cell. So to see if that is the case, what just happened? Okay. Alright, except running at the speed of slow. Is clipping really that expensive? Alright, let's go to the engine. Let's turn off the clip. Okay, so apparently clipping is very expensive. Well, we can still put our theory to the test. Let's not clip, let's not save, let's not restore anymore. Yeah, let's look at the cells. Let's see what happens if we just say oh my gosh. Y is 0. Okay, well, it is clipping. Engine, just refresh. Alright, let's do this. Let's just do some sanity checking here. At least that's what I'm thinking of doing. Well, let's go to 9 patch. And we just draw it. Maybe we'll put the breakpoint there. Go to sources. Let's do a refresh. Oops, I died. I might have to close this session potentially. Yeah, I don't know why the console's not showing, or the source isn't showing. Anyway, we'll go to the file 9 patch. No. Alright, no. Minesweeper. Then we'll look for 9 patch. Put a breakpoint here. We're hitting it. There's no image, right? Alright, I think I might know why. Yeah. My bad. There it is. So it's drawing the object there. So what we want to do is figure out what a 9 patch even looks like, at least a 9 patch source. So we'll probably say width is a number, height is a number, and we'll say maybe edge is a number. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll say edge. Now we gotta just take a close look at this and just see how big the edges are here. To me, they look like 2 pixels. So we'll say 2. And the idea of a 9 patch is that you should like capture this corner, preserve it, capture this corner, preserve it, this corner, preserve it, this corner, preserve it. But you should stretch this top one, stretch this left one, stretch this right one, stretch this bottom one as wide as they go, and then stretch the middle. So you end up with like 9 cutouts. That's why it's called a patch 9. We're trying to, at this point, cut out 9 images and stretch them so that it looks nicely stretched out. It doesn't look as ugly as previously. And 9 patching will be very useful for other related components like buttons. And so we will go to the 9 patch function. And what we want to do is we're probably not going to be able to get away with this, but we'll try. Create element, canvas, context equals canvas dot get context 2D. Sorry, just hearing sounds is just the pipes clanging. And so there's that one. This is we'll call this back canvas. We'll call this back context. We'll say const 9 patch equals, and we'll say get value of this dot 9 patch config dot 9 patch state draw this. This should be back canvas. That and diw state equals, we'll just return state. And this should be back context. This should make the this, I know you guys probably can't really see this, but there's a little box up here. It should make that box disappear if we were actually able to run, which is because This song always goes too hard for me. Skip. So we basically need a function that's like get canvas, and if type of document is not equal to undefined, return. We'll do this, and then we'll say return canvas is null. Text is null. Here we'll say return. This will just be canvas. This is going to be a temporary approach. Context. This is canvas still, sorry. And we'll say canvas context. And then in here, we'll say const canvas context. And we'll rename them back canvas back context equals get canvas. Can I do this? Am I allowed? We'll just do that for now. Okay. We're rendering now, that's the important part. So just for testing purposes, we're gonna redraw the stretched ugly image just to make sure we're going to be drawing the right thing. So we're gonna do context dot draw image canvas at this dot x, this dot y, this we'll say const dx equals get value this dot x state this 2, 3, 4 y with height. And we'll try to get rid of some of these consts. Just use commas instead. And here we'll do dx, dy, dw, dh. And then we'll have to say CID, DW, CID, DH. Try to figure out why it's unhappy. Can't find canvas because we called it back canvas. DX. These are all X. Or Y. Or SWITH. SHIEGHT. Now you're unhappy. Why? Number or null or undefined? I'll say it's 0, 0, 0, 0. Alright, hopefully it draws the stretched image, and it doesn't. Why not? We haven't used this yet, and that's fine. We don't have to use it yet. So this is the back context, this is the back canvas, dx, dy, dw, dh. One thing I'll try to do is do document.body. Let's just do a debug, append child canvas. So hopefully we'll be able to see what it thinks. Oh, it is drawing it. Look at that. I couldn't see it before. Oops. There's this little tiny sliver up here. Oops, I died. So the question becomes, why is the drawing just a sliver? So we'll go back to the Minesweeper. And the width is the width of the screen, the height is that. So I'm a little surprised. Ah, I know why. I know exactly why. Close this, close this, close this, close this. Got a 9 patch. Here's the issue. We need to say back canvas.width equals. We need to do this first. Actually, we didn't need to do that first. This is 9 patch dot width height. Let's just do this. If back canvas and back context. We'll only do any of this if that is true. That allows us to remove some exclamations, hopefully. So get rid of that. That's fine. Hey, nice. It's beautiful. This is the stretched image I was hoping to see. Kind of want to see what this looks like. And it does look the way I want it to look, so I think we're on the right track. We're on the right path here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just do a whole bunch of sub-images. We're going to do 9 sub-images. I'm gonna keep this image here and make sure that what we're doing is actually making it look better and better. So let's do the top left corner. So the top left corner is going to be exactly this, but it's going to be 9 patch dot edge. 9 patch dot edge. We're actually going to create a constant for this. We're going to say const edge equals 9 patch dot edge. So we don't have to do the question marks everywhere. Do we have any more question dots? Okay, all these are fine. What we want to do here, DIWX, we're gonna use the edge. And so the top left corner, you're not going to be able to make it out, but the top left corner should be looking incredible right now. Context draw image. We'll do back canvas. Let's do the center. Let's draw the center. What does the center look like? It's going to be dx plus edge, dy plus edge, and the width is going to be dw minus edge times 2, dh minus edge times 2. Oh, well, the thing that we're missing is taking the correct source. That's why it doesn't look incredible yet. And then the source comes first. Right? Yes, this is the source. So for the center, the source is going to be edge. It's going to be back canvas dot width minus edge times 2. We're just gonna make a const for that too. We'll do const edges equals edge times, we'll call it 2 edge. Edges. And then this one also does something similar, where it's 0, 0, edge. One more. Okay. It's looking better for sure. Oops. Keep clicking them by accident. But we just need to do the rest. I'm wondering if there's like a nice, easy way to do this to where we could just loop it. So where we could do for what? Row equals 0. Rows less than 3. Row plus plus. For left column equals 0. Column less than 3. Column plus plus. We're gonna have to have const sx equals 0, sy equals 0, 0, sw equals 0, sh equals 0, dx equals 0, dy equals 0, dw equals 0, dh equals 0. And then we'll do context.draw image, back canvas, sx, sy, sw, sh, dx, dy, dw, dh. I'll just delete these. So we're just trying to think of what the different requirements are going to be. Right now it should hopefully draw nothing. Oh yeah, because we're already doing this. If we didn't do this, then maybe it draws, yeah, okay. Excuse me. So we're gonna eventually have to use dx, dy. So I think let's just call this x. We'll call this x, y. We'll call this width. We'll call this height. And then for the dx, x, y. And I know that width is something about width is going to be involved most likely. then similarly for the S. Yeah, calculus. The SW. Let's see. It's gonna be back canvas dot. It's gonna involve back canvas dot width, back canvas dot height. I don't know if like the way I'm gonna write this makes this easier, cleaner, or anything like that. I'm thinking that like we should define the horizontals, right? And we'll just kind of say where it slices. And so the first slice is at edge. We'll say 0. And then the final slice is at we'll call this rows. And then the next slice is at back canvas dot width minus edges. Not just edge. And then the final slice is at back canvas dot width. And then columns. That was columns. Rows. 0 edge back canvas height minus edge height. Okay, and maybe that simplifies things a little bit. Because if we say the SX will be columns sub column, and then the SY will be rows sub row, and then the S width will be rows sub row plus 1 minus rows sub row. And then this was what this was. We could just do columns here, except the column here. Columns, column. I'm going to do back canvas, columns, back canvas, rows. Just to make sure I spelled that right, I'm gonna just type it manually here. Canvas, columns, back canvas, rows. Alright, so I typed it twice correctly, so I'm assuming that means I typed it correctly. Okay, if we're just gonna use exclamations everywhere for now, we'll figure out a way around it later. But now we need to make the front canvas. Maybe we'll call it source rows. I'm gonna right click, rename source rows, rename source columns. And then we'll do const destination rows. There's gonna be 0 edge width minus edge width. I did it again. This is columns. const destination rows equals 0 edge height minus edge height. Okay, and then for the destination, it's definitely going to be x plus destination columns sub column plus destination rows sub row. The width is going to be destination column sub column plus 1 minus destination column sub column. And finally, destination column sub, rows. Row plus 1 minus, as required, destination rows sub row. How do you avoid doing exclamations? Could you use an if statement? So you can, but at this layer, it's really hard to do it. So if you want me to do it right now, what I would end up doing is const export const get number input number. This will be list, which is a list of numbers, index, which is a number. It'll return list sub number or 0. Not number. Index. I mean, the easiest way is just to not have the type check on. Most people don't, but I've had enough errors in my life with indexing to where I would prefer that we have the type check on, especially because it's open source. So it'd be better to have the type checks for people who might otherwise write problematic code. Keep doing this, then we can get rid of that. You just create a helper function. That's the moral of the story here. You create a helper function and you don't get the type error anymore. Oh, I need this to be a little bit bigger. Not there. Any more exclamations? Excellent. Yep. That's it. Make a helper function. And then throughout the project, do we have exclamations? That one's fine, fine. All of these are fine, that's fine. That one's fine. Of course that one's fine. This one is less than ideal. And we can look at use cache. How are we using use cache? So what we could do here is just do like that. Here's a shuffle. But this isn't a little bit more complex. I can't really get rid of these exclamations. The code becomes less efficient and less readable by removing those. I mean, granted, calling this function is also considerably less efficient. So if you want to avoid the any type, there's always going to be some any type, because like if you just look at the JSON.parse, you can already see that this returns any. So like you can't really avoid the any type in terms of the libraries you end up using, but if you want to make sure something has a specific shape, I would use something like Zod. Zod is a schema validation library, and it ensures that the objects you're getting back look a certain way. You can also just cast. You can cast an any type to a specific type, but there's no guarantee that it's actually that shape. Zod would guarantee the shape. So ZOD, it's a open source library. One thing to make this even better is, I don't know how much better this is, but we could also have not done this utility function, and also did it this way. Current column, next column equals source column, subcolumn plus 1. And we'll just OR 0 these. And we'll say current row equals source rows sub row or 0, and then next row equals source rows sub row plus 1 or 0 semicolon. And this should be current column. This should be current row. This one's next column. Oh, but then you have destination versus source. Oh, okay, I'll fix that. Just give me a second. Minus column, current column. This is next row minus current row. So we need to rename this to be current destination column, next destination. I'm gonna highlight it this time. Copy, press enter. Current 3. Rename 1, 2, 3, 4. Destination row. I named it the wrong thing. I'll do a replace. My bad. Source. We'll do a match case, and then we'll just do a replace. Ah, it's lowercase. We need this to be uppercase. So we'll just go through. Cool. And then now we could do, just use all of these. 0. And then for these, we'll just change source to destination. And then we'll also change lowercase source to lowercase destination. And then we can start editing these. This will be destination current, destination column, current, destination row, current, now next destination column, current, destination column, next destination row, current destination row. And then we basically pray, hope and pray that it works. Oh my gosh, it gets there every time. Just take a closer look here. It seems like the top is incorrect. It seems like the left is fine. Let me just reveal this. Let's go to the right hand side. Oh, okay, never mind. It seems fine. This is blurry, but it's stretched. This is not stretched. So we probably want it to be just as blurry as this is. Funny enough. We do want it to match the blurriness. I feel like we should make the edges bigger too, though. So if we go to our 9 patch, we should probably make the edges 3 because it's giving this glary effect here. I don't want that. Okay, so the glare is gone now. That's perfect. So I think 3 is the ideal edge. You can see we no longer get like this stretching effect. If we put in the old code, or at least we can show what it's going to and from. So we could take this code here, put it after our loop. We can get rid of this, we don't care about it. So this is what it used to look like. JK. X, Y, with, right. This is what it used to look like. Because we just stretched it, didn't really care about anything. And then after we did a patch 9 on it, this is how we ended up. But we still want to like stretch a little bit because these are stretched. And so the code for that, we could say like source edge, destination edge, So we gotta think about how it's scaling. So it's going from 16 to 40. So if we look at if we open up a calculator, 40 divided by 16 is 2.5. So we want to multiply by 2.5. So if we go to source edge, this 3 destination edge should be 7. That's what I'm thinking, at least. I could be wrong though. So go here, source edge, destination edge. And so what we'll do is in the 9 patch, we'll have to have source edge const destination edge. And then this will be source edge, source edge, source edge, source edge. This will be destination edge, destination edge, destination edge, and destination edge. And hopefully that just works. So it is thicker. Is it thick enough? Let's go to the right because it's brighter over there. I would have to say so. So we're gonna go to Minesweeper. I'm gonna say over here, const destination edge equals 40 divided by 16 times 3. Not 40, cell size. Just in case we change the cell size in the future, we don't have to do this math all over again. We'll also say const source edge equals 3. That way we can use that here. And then we can find that 3 again. And then we'll do CID source edge, destination edge. Save it, refresh, reveal this. Okay. Alright, so now we have like a menu zone up here. Let's commit it. Add 9 patch. Oh, and we can also remove this debugger thing we did. We don't need to append. There's no such thing as this function anymore. Let's do a refresh. This song again. One day I'll delete it. Just want to see, maybe it grows on me. One day I will like it. We'll see. Okay, so next we want to start showing the time and the danger count and the face. Maybe we'd start with the face. Maybe that's interesting. let's draw. So the 9 patch needs to be separate from the rest. So we'll do drawable children, and then we'll put this as a child. And then we need a few more arguments. We'll say x is 0, y is 0, width is something, height is something, data is null. Can we get away with this? I don't even think we need it, right? Yeah, we do. This will be width, this will be menu height. Okay, so the 9 patch we draw first. After the 9 patch, we're gonna draw some kind of number. We're gonna just keep it simple, I think. And do drawable x is 50, y is menu height divided by 2, baseline is middle, align is left. Text is 0, 0, 0, color is red, data is no. You can fit these a little high. Put 10. And that's too low. Do 25, I guess. That looks better. And then we'll do it again for the right. And this will be the danger count. This will be right. This will be with minus 25. Oh my gosh. Why do I lose on the first click so many times? It's crazy. Is 10% really that bad? The heck? I think the final one is gonna be, it's still gonna be text. It really doesn't. Width divided by 2 is middle, center, and the text is not that either. Just trying to find the face that we want. This one. Take that and put it here. And the color doesn't matter anymore. I updated the wrong thing, sorry. Okay. So the state is going to be interesting, I guess. of the text at least. We say const when state equals get when state of the state. If when state equals win, then we'll return sunglasses. If when state equals lose, return this one. Otherwise, we return this. Okay, so he does show the right thing. And then I want to make it so that clicking on it makes a new game, rather than clicking anywhere makes a new game. So how do we want to do that? Well, first we want to find where do we restart. So we're going to take this code. And in here we're going to do if when state is neutral. Then we'll do this stuff. We'll find the face. We don't need a color, we just say on click state returns restart state. Put a comma. And so if we refresh here, we click, oh my goodness. Alright, and if we click on this, it should reset. Great. And the reason it doesn't reset is because I didn't put a width or a height. The width is going to be 50, the height is going to be 50. Clicking is going to be complicated because where we're drawing the face and where we're drawing the... Is it? Yeah, it's gonna be complicated because we need to do this. It should still be centered. Click on this. Click on this, it resets. So I think we want to be able to control the font. That would be ideal. So let's add that functionality. We'll go to types, go to drawables. Here, we'll say font is a value of string state data. And then in here, let's go to the engine first. Engine. So this is gonna be I get value drawable dot font state drawable. Otherwise, it's this. And then for these, we're gonna look for 0, 0, 0, 0. The reason we want it to be, we want to control the font is because we know that carrier new is always a consistent width and height. So when we do like the blinking dot, it won't be, that's really what 50 looks like. I guess I did make the menu height 50. So we're gonna do, yeah, when we make the blinking colon, it's not gonna move the text closer and further because the width of the characters are consistent in carrier new. So the 0 and the colon are both the same width as each other. You can actually see that because there's so much space around the colon. So what I want to do here is our backtick, that's not a backtick, our backtick dot I. We're just going to make it menu height divided by 2. Just half the height. That looks perfectly fine. And then we want to look for the string 99. I'll do the same thing. Font is that. And we want to find the face. It doesn't really matter too much, but we should still do it. Okay. So there's one more face that we need to make the face make. And that's the like scared face. Okay, but we got the sunglasses. Okay, so let's just put it in a list at the top. We didn't do tile map. We didn't do that. We did the reset. Perfect. We did something. Show timer and danger count. Alright, so for the danger count, we're going to make that a function. And we're going to say const dangers equals dangers minus state dot cells dot flat dot filter cell dot is flagged dot length, and then we'll say return dangers dot to string dot pad start with 2, and then the fill string is 0. So we want it to always have 2 digits, pretty much. So if we do a refresh, it does show 8. If we start flagging stuff, it goes lower. I think if we flag too many, it becomes negative, which I don't want. So what I'm gonna do is do a math dot max 0 and the number we got. So that way it'll negative. It won't negative. It'll bound it. track the danger count. Shh. One thing that I think would be nice is putting a black box behind the text. But how to make that nice? Because what I would want to do is say background is black for this, and then I would want to do the same thing up here. Well, I'm surprised. Not that surprised actually. Width is 100. Height is. I'll just do that for now. Actually, it should be menu height divided by 2 plus 10, and then that's fine. See what else. These should be here. This should be here. Here. Yeah. So in this case, what we want to do is we're gonna create a constant for const text padding equals 10. So we're gonna go to let's do one text at a time. Let's try to keep it simple. Hello, not a hacker. How's it going? How was your weekend? We'll say this is padding. With 2, no, it's text padding. The Y is also going to be text padding. The width is going to be 100, fine. And then we'll say plus text padding times 2. And then these will be aligned center. Let's just see what it looks like. Not horrible. Alright, let's just explicitly set the text height. Maybe? Nah. Say text spacing? No. Offset? Call it offset, fine. Or focus on the timer. Let's do that first. So XY text offset, fine. Offset. The width is fine. This will be, we'll do height minus text offset 2 times. Let's try that. Let's go to text offset, maybe make it 15. Okay, 12. Okay, and then the other one is going to be very similar. This is the counter, which is here. So text offset minus. We'll go to create a constant for that too then. Const text width equals 100. Find 100 here. That's perfect. This needs to be different, I think, just in case we want to make the text smaller. So we want it to be menu height minus text offset times 4. That's what I think at least. Maybe I'm wrong. Menu height is 50. Text offset is 12. That'll be 2 pixels. Let's do that. And then this will be text width. The Y is text offset. The width is text width. The height is menu height minus text offset times 2 times. And then this will be middle center. I think for both of these we want to actually add a little bit more spacing, so we'll actually do minus 10. Then, oh well, I didn't even update the text for this one. Interestingly enough, let's do 5. Let's do 2, 5. And then here, 5. Refresh. Okay. Alright, that still works. That still works. Alright, so now we want to keep track of time. So what we want to do is the timer only goes what does the timer do? Let's first find Minesweeper state. So we need more state. We gotta say like last revealed at is a number. And we gotta say started at is a number. And so whenever we click, if something happened here, I'm going to say state dot last revealed at equals date dot now. But the other thing we need to do is maybe set that to 0. So when we do restart, right, we should say state dot class revealed at is 0, state started at is 0. That's fine. And so what we'll do in here, in the onClick, we'll say state.started at equals state.started at or date.now. And so now we want to kind of get that time. Let's set the default state. Class revealed at 0, started at 0. Excuse me. Let's sync. So one thing I want to do is find the component, of course. Here we are. Do a return. Take state. Now one thing we should probably try to avoid doing is date.now everywhere. Like this should probably be state.now. State.now. That way everything's using the same number. And then in types, we're gonna just make a generic engine state. Export state interface state now as a number. And then we'll just make sure everything extends that. We'll call it global state. And so for every state now, we just say extends global state. Huge refactor, huge refactor. Up here. So we gotta do this. That. This is engine dot. Why are you unhappy? Oh. Very well. Okay. Just take a quick peek in the other files just to see. I extends engine dot state global state. Just go through and update all of these. Oh, wrong one. Excellent. Perfect. Good. Here. Not there. Apologies. Okay, let's take a step through. Step through here. Here. It's a huge to-do, so that's fine. Types, utility, WebSocket, okay. Back to Minesweeper. So we could say now is date.now. Okay, cool. And then what we'll do in the engine is when we render, we will say render.state renderable.state.now equals date.now. Yeah, for each render we update the now. Great. That will be very important for all future code. Okay, I got about an hour left. So let's make this happen. Let's make this timer happen. So in order to do that, yeah, we're back to here. Const seconds equals state. We're gonna figure out the diff first. We gotta figure out the game state first. Win state equals get win state of the state. And the diff is gonna be dependent. If win state is neutral, then we gotta take the state dot start at state dot now minus. Otherwise, we could say state dot last revealed at minus state dot started at. That'll give us a diff. Then we figure out the seconds is gonna be how many times is 60 seconds. What's the remainder after we figure out the minutes? So the seconds is diff mod 60. And const minutes equals math.floor diff divided by 60. And then in here, we're gonna make it dynamic. And we'll say if seconds mod 2, then we'll show, otherwise we'll show a space. And then we'll do seconds dot toString dot pad start. We want to always be 2, otherwise we'll pad it with zeros. Then we'll did it backwards. We don't actually need to cut it. Just put that there. Go backtick. Say minutes. Save it. Refresh. We crashed. We seem to have put an invalid character somewhere. So this shouldn't go here. It should go here. Here. Alright, perfect. We're going to divide that by 1,000. explore. Okay. We're close, we're close. Let's put a breakpoint at the diff. It's really large. Yeah, it was large, started. Oh. We still need to know if it started or not. That's one more check. So what we'll do is this. Basically, if we didn't start, then we're gonna just count nothing. And we're gonna reverse this logic. Show a space here and a colon here. So that when we refresh, it shows the colon. And so if I click, oh my God. How am I so unlucky? Okay, so the timer has started. Alright, the timer has stopped. I got the sunglasses. And I have one bomb not marked off. I feel like this overlay should be lower. Maybe I don't even need the overlay anymore. Because I have the sunglasses, the timer stops. So, let me see you then. Just get rid of it. Okay. My gosh. It's only a 5% chance, but I feel like it happens more than once in 20. Oh, I won. Maybe there just should be a sound effect, I don't know. $238. We added 100 more lines of code. Because we added the menu. Okay, so we did timer, remaining danger time. Let's commit it. Make them responsive. Alright, so we could do the tile map. It probably saves like 10 lines of code at most. It will be something we have to do anyway eventually. So maybe it makes sense to do for this project. There's also this idea of like mouse down that we can play around with, because when your mouse is down, like the tile should kind of show that they're kind of being pressed, and the character at the top should make a surprised face. So maybe that's just like a few more states that we add to the global state. So we could say, take a look here. Okay, good. The timer doesn't restart. So for the state, types, let's say, what is it? Is mouse down? Global state. Oh, mouse is down, or we'll say location. I don't know. Do we have something with an X? Almost. Array. Oh, well, what do you mean an array? Maybe left is down, right is down. And then maybe in the engine we have something that just like export cost make state. And this makes a state that extends global state. This is a callback of a function that returns that state. Engine dot global state. Cost state equals callback. Should I do this? I don't even know. No, what I should do is CID default state. I'll just say that it's a global state equals empty. Yep, and then here you say mouse. Left is down as false. Location. X is -1. Y is -1. Right is down as false. Now is date dot now. We'll just make it a function so that the date is more accurate. Right here. And so what we could do now, we can get rid of this. We can say default. Did I export it? We did export it. We default stat. State. Cool. And why did I do that? Ah, yes, because we want to know if the mouse is down. So pretty much in Minesweeper, we will say if state.mouse.left is down, then we'll return surprised. Okay, and then we need to go into the engine and find the on canvas.on mouse down. We'll say state. Great. Renderable dot state dot mouse dot this left down is true. I'll say canvas dot on mouse up equals the opposite. And then we'll say save it. And let's just refresh and see if it worked. Okay, well. For some reason, releasing the mouse here doesn't do anything. Oh, is it because of that? It's because of also do canvas.on mouse leave. We'll set it to false. Canvas.on mouse out. Also set it to false. Canvas.on mouse. That's all. I'm actually gonna go to the index and I'm going to say here body padding is 50 pixels. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I just want to see. Okay, so if I okay, cool. We'll go back to the engine to make these events better. We'll do it later though. But I think it would also be cool to, if we were clicking one of these. If they kind of got smaller as we hovered over them. Or did something to let us know that we're about to click it. Let's commit. Did we already do it? Add some mouse detection. Push. Time are we at? Okay. 4:22. Still got time. I think at some point I should make state immutable. Let's just add it to the to-dos. We did that. Make state immutable. What else do we want to do? No. Animate more stuff on hover. So maybe we want to find a button for the smiley face. See, it needs to be animatable. There's kind of no point. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. It has both. So let's take it, put it into here. It's got the two. So what we'll do is give them credit. They deserved it. They've earned it. Which part do I most enjoy? I mean, for me, I really enjoy writing, figuring out a way to write less code that's more readable. Just like simple, elegant solutions. That to me is fun. So we want to draw the face button here. Where's the face? Oh, but this one's a little complicated. It's not part of the face. Drawable. It's actually going to be a patch 9 as well. 9 patch. And the X is going to be width 2 minus 25. Y is going to be menu height divided by 2 minus 25. Height width is 50. Height is 50. Data is null. After that, just like seeing the code actually come to life, that it works. Take a closer look at this image. Project with someone who has much different coding style than yours, and did it ever feel like an issue? So yes, I have worked on projects with people like that. To me, it's not a huge issue if you take the right approach. And to me, the best approach is to just use linters. Like, if the coding style is a matter of like, I like to write code this way, I like to write code versus I like to write code that way, just use linters and let them be prescriptive. That way it's not you who's like, can you please not write code this way? That's one thing. And the other thing I think is just generally push for best practice. Ideally, you try to avoid having a lot of meetings in order to accomplish that, but sometimes having more meetings would be necessary to make that happen. But like for my previous job, I would say like one conflict was just like, this is probably like something that a lot of people might get up in arms about, is like how to do a proper REST API and like how much data should one endpoint give, and how should the URL structure be? Should it be plural? Should it be singular? Should it be post, or should it be put, or should it be patch, should it be delete? Like, there's so many different things. There's so many different ways that you could do it, and there's so many different things you can get into arguments about. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, just agree on one style and make sure everyone sticks to it. Even if it's not your preferred way, as long as like it's consistent, so it makes the code easier to navigate. You don't want to have multiple styles going through the code because it makes it harder. It's hard enough to read code as it is. You don't want to make it any harder on yourself. The source edge is 10. Let's say the destination edge is also 10. Need to open the file in Finder. Let's see the width. Okay, it's 128 by 128. There's no way. No way. What? Width is 256. Fine. Width is 256. The height is 128 divided by 2, which is 64. Now, let's see. Let's see if it draws. Great. Because I didn't give it an image. Of course I didn't. Yeah. Image is slash public slash buttons.png, comma. Cool. Still more that I need to do. Let's do a background of red just to debug it a little bit, hopefully. Cool. Also doesn't do anything. Let's go to source. We'll find 9 patch equals. Put a breakpoint here. See if it's the right context. It's not. Alright, this one is. We might have to put that debugger back in. Document dot body dot append child canvas. Okay. That's not right. Okay, so this one's drawing something. This one seems to not be. Okay. I think I know why. The children needs to be a sprite sheet. And then the sprite sheet needs to have a sprite sheet. And there's a column of 1 and a rows of 2 with 256. Height is 64. Width is 256. X is 0. Y is 0. Y is 0. Data is no. And this needs to be the image. Yep. Alright, well, what's wrong? So let's see, the width, height, that's fine. Go to sources, go to here, put a breakpoint. Whose config is this? This is the wrong one. Which is this? This is the one. So I care about this right here. I thought it was on draw, but I guess not. Who am I drawing right now? Alright, the red background. Is there an image? Good, there shouldn't be. Oh, I can get rid of that. DX. Okay, that's fine. I can get rid of that actually. Where is that? It's in the engine. Correct. It's just a waste of processing power. It's fine. But it should have a background. Okay. I thought that would have drawn. Yeah. Correct. I forgot something. Oh, and it just worked seamlessly for the other thing because it was at 0, 0 originally. But that's fine. I think that the next thing, which is, where's this is red. SX. Oh, this is also too high. Is it? No. The SX, yeah, that's too high. I put the wrong column. That was obvious, I think. Let's just do 0, 0. Okay, we got 20 minutes left. We'll just create a new property. So we'll go to types. And we'll say drawable. And we'll say debug is boolean. And it's optional. And when we go to engine, we'll just say if drawable dot debug debugger. And so we will go to Minesweeper and say debug is true. Save it, refresh. We hit the debugger. It's visible. There's an image. DX looks good. Wait. source X, source Y. Who is this? All right, well, I think that's the right thing. Okay, image complete, it's true. That's the image, zero source. It's buttons, it's great. 0, 0, 56, 64, that's all good. 0, 0, 0, 0. That's the issue. Alright, let's turn the debugger off. Yeah, well, at least it's drawing right now. Hey, there it is. It's kind of clipping a little bit. So we're gonna do a few things here. We're gonna take off that red. We're gonna make the height 40, width and height 40. This will be minus 20. The source edge will be 15. Destination is going to be 15. I think that the face has to be smaller. Or we can make this bigger. Divide by 4. How's that look? I guess it's fine. So for the sprite sheet that is added, I can make it so that the row changes. Mass dot right is down 0. Okay. Interesting. These need to be value, state, data. This means state extends global state and data. I don't know if we care. Value is this. State data. Value. State data. Value. State. State data. State data. And then we gotta go to engine. Actually, JK, we gotta go to sprite sheet. We're gonna say const column equals get value sprite sheet dot column. State S row. Just say column row. Zero it out. Sprite sheet dot height is going to be the same. Width. Height. DIWX. Save it. This needs to be just width. No. Is that? No. Yeah. New key. Let's do another refresh. Alright, that's fine. What's wrong? This isn't happening. Just look through real quick. Make sure there's no type errors anywhere. It's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's the goal. Today, to me, like, interviewing is like a full-time job. So, unfortunately, it does eat into the time I have the code. But I mean, it's gotta do it. I think that, yeah, ideally I stream from like 10 to 5 with an hour-long break somewhere in there. What am I doing? I'm going to 9 patch. I'm going to comment this out because I no longer need it. I'm going to refresh this. And then I want to figure out why. Well, there's another thing I want to do. I want to go to here. I'll go to 9 patch source. And I want to be able to call this a value too. State data. State data. Extends global state. Real numbers. Cool. State data. How do you keep yourself accountable and motivated and not burnt out? I feel like this is something most people can't do. I think for me, there's a few things that keep me going. First of all, for me, it might not seem like it, but I am enjoying myself. I'm having fun. But the other thing is, like, I'm seeing results. One thing that would definitely deter me is lack of results. or just like not knowing what to do next or how to fill the time. So, I mean, to me, it's fun. I enjoy it. I don't really know how to like necessarily show that I'm enjoying it, but like the other thing is like I get into the flow state, so like it doesn't even register to me that a lot of time is passing. I lose track of time, which is not great. It's like if you want to think about it like this, it's almost the equivalent of like meditation, I would imagine. Kind of like, yeah, I'm not even me when I'm in the flow state. Use AI to help? If so, which one? I could in a +++. Wow. Alright. Talk with AI to solve any issues that come up, but can be 4 or 5 different tries before it gets it correct. I used to pay for Copilot, and it was alright. But I kind of came to the same conclusion. It kind of wrote code in a way that there'd be like an innocuous bug somewhere in there, and you would have to just like, or like the code would be very verbose when it could have been done maybe in one line, or maybe they do it in one line and it probably would have been better to be more verbose. Ultimately, I never found it write the code exactly how I'd like to write it, and so I ended up writing the code anyway. To me, like AI is really good if you're like learning something new and you just need like, it just saves you a few clicks for Google searching. Or if you're doing like really like copy paste jobs, like very repetitive jobs, then it's good. But if you're like trying to solve like innovative brand new problems, it's not that great. It's not worth the cost. It's a good question. Thanks for asking. Ancient occult secrets. Yeah, I think it's a good learning experience for sure. I think there's like some places where AI has a lot of potential. And I do think it has potential to help with coding. Like the one AI tool that I saw that was really cool was Rabbit AI, like Bunny Rabbit, and it's a code review tool, and it was giving like really good code reviews. Like it would find bugs, it would find optimizations, it would find pretty much, I don't know, 2 to 3 times more things you could do to improve your code than like my entire team combined. And it was good feedback. It wasn't like, oh, you named this variable this, why not name it that? So I do think that was like a really good AI tool. I'm probably gonna get like targeted ads. Everyone in my stream is probably gonna get targeted ads for it now. I apologize for that. Does it still work? This is a unique one. Oh, I won. The danger detecting master. It would be nice if it was easy to make money doing open source or like free, or well, free doesn't make sense. If you make something that's free, that's you shouldn't get paid for it. But if you're making like educational or open source software, it'd be nice if there was like easier ways to make money doing it, because like that's usually the main hindrance, is you just don't have enough people who really have the time and money in order to make projects like this happen. What am I trying to... I'm trying to figure out why it's not detecting the mouse down. Because the sprite sheet should be changing its row based on that. That's somewhere between Minesweeper . So I'm trying to figure out why this... We're gonna be verbose. Return 1. There is like an AI editor that I've been meaning to try out. What's it called? Cursor. It's kind of free, but also reasonably priced, I suppose. Oops. Return 0. Okay, I just want to figure out why. Let's do a good old-fashioned refresh, return 1, and figure out. Oh my gosh! Because it's the left mouse. Okay, that looks great. But we only want it to be down. We only want the button to go down if the cursor is on top of it. So there's going to be a little bit of extra logic here. We're going to have to do like const x y equals state dot mouse dot location, and then we say const is in bounds equals. We'll do all this later because we don't want to waste calculations on something we're not going to do. So we could do if x is greater than this dot x. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, this is where things get complicated. Well, I know where the x... I kind of know where the xy is. So const left equals width divided by 2 minus 20. Const top equals height. It's menu height divided by 2 minus 20. And then we'll say const right equals left plus 40. const bottom equals top plus 30. And now we can say if x is greater than left, and we can say equals, it's fine. X is less than right, and y is greater than or equal to top, and y is less than bottom. I'm gonna put it in a block, because it just looks better to me. Refresh, I'll put the mouse down, but if it goes over, okay, JK. Oh, okay. JK. Alright, I gotta go to engine. And then I gotta go to mouse dot. And then I gotta add canvas dot on mouse move event. And then I can say renderable dot state dot mouse dot location dot x equals event dot offset x. Offset y is y. Save it, refresh. Hey, let's go. And so it looks like I'm clicking the button now. Go to Minesweeper. We did that. Detect animation or animate mouse down. So one thing I would consider doing is detecting the bounds, because I don't want to have to do that. Like if I have to keep doing that, row state. I don't think it's good that I did all of this work. I think it would be cooler if I could say something like const top right bottom left equals this dot bounds. And I just got rid of these. To me, that would be ideal. So let's see if we could do that. Let's see if we can make that happen. Let's make this a reality. So in the types, let's say drawable is bounds, top, right, bottom, left, right, bottom, left. Okay, starting to go over time. We're gonna make it optional. Actually, we're gonna make it optional at this level. Go to the drawable. No, we'll do it optional from this level. Should probably just make data optional. How much does my code hate me if I do that? data equals cell dot data. What else? Equals this dot data. I don't know what I do here. Const data equals this dot data. Maybe we could do row column and just default them to -1 and just take row column. I don't like that. Skipped. That was weird. Zero, 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 zero. Then in engine, go to find dx equals, and then we'll say the drawable dot left dot bounds dot left equals cross bounds equals drawable dot bounds for this drawable dot bounds equals bounds. This is just bounds now. Bounds dot left equals dx. Oh, why are you unhappy? Really? You can't figure out the type? Right equals dx plus width. Sorry, dw. Bounds dot top equals dy. Bounds dot bottom equals dy plus dh. I'll save it and we'll do a refresh and just see if it works. Does not seem like it's correct right now. We'll just call this bounds. And we'll say export interface bounds. We don't need the double layer. Cool. So this still works. Okay. put a here, click. Alright, a left of a 0 is certainly incorrect. So I'd like to know where we're getting. Does have a bounds. It seems like the dx dy is not being respected. The disrespect. How could they? So can I try stepping out for a moment? And when do I detect? Get source. I do it after I set the bounds. Who am I looking at right now? Looking at the buttons. The disrespect for calculus is unreal. I was looking here, so the x and the y are indeed 0, but they should be. I see why. I need to look at the parent bounds because the sprite sheet bounds don't actually matter. So I need to be able to say this dot parent dot bounds. Yep. That's optional. So in the engine, just to keep it easy, when I do drawable, in the drawable function of the engine, where's drawable? We want to say children is config dot children dot map child return. When we say child dot parent equals I can't do it that way. Of course I can't. Const parent equals. I cannot just assert my parenthood. We'll say that this is a engine dot drawable state data. And then we'll just do this. We don't need to do this anymore. We don't do a map, we just do a for each. And we get rid of this. And then we return parent. And then we get rid of that, we save it. Refresh it. bugs. Wonderful. Hello. What have I done already? Welcome to the stream. Serpent 1N. So we have done a fair amount. We have a timer, so if you click on a tile, the timer will start. The colon clicks on and off each second that passes. We can unveil entire groups here. We can flag and flag, and that means all of these are clear. That's that, that's flagged. And this number is counting down. I have to have messed up somewhere because there's no way there's no bombs down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What have I done incorrectly? Well, anyway, the little guy has glasses. When we're in a good state, we can click on him and it shows a button animation. We're actually using 9-patch in order to draw this button in a nice way. The original button was this large thing, but we use this 9-patch algorithm where you basically take this and cut it into 9 quadrants and stretch them differently than stretching the whole image, so that the final button looks a little bit more clean. This background's also a patch 9 of an empty cell here. These are supposed to count down. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, we have jump scares. When you hit a mine, we make a little sound and the character is unhappy. That's a rundown of visually what we have. This is all the code that we have. And we're trying to simplify it so that it's like very less code. What am I missing? Just kind of like nice to haves. So like just polish. So like the one thing that I was just working on is like this button press, so that it looks like you're actually clicking in it. I also wanted to be obvious that like when you have your mouse down and you're moving around here, you know that you're about to like reveal it. And so something to kind of to show it. So overall, polish. But yeah, welcome. Let me commit what I have potentially. We actually add parent, reference, and bounds. Parent and bounds, reference. I mean, I would also put out there if there's any aspect of Minesweeper you would find interesting, just let me know. I'm down to add different functionalities. Let me just do a console log of dangers. I am actually also coming to the end of my stream, but I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So the question is, how are there so many dangers? Restart. Good to see how we... Oh my. Okay, no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I thought that I made a big mistake here. I thought that I thought that I didn't put the 0 there, which would have meant that I have a lot more mines than I thought I did. How are there more than 8? I don't understand that. This is 2. That's gotta be it. Ooh, a 3-fer. Did I win? But this is definitely also... Alright, so... There's definitely at least one more. I already have made Minesweeper before, like 5 days ago. But Lewis, I'm not familiar with this code. So I'm using TypeScript. Which is like, it's not the fastest language, but it's really easy to prototype and get things working. Top left. Yeah, you're right. Oh no. Oh, I can't unflag. Oh well, we also found a bug. Let's see. On context. Data is flagged. And I can't reveal it anymore because it's flagged. Yeah. Oops. Good call, good call. We found a bug. What is it like programming in Lua? I've never actually done that. Alright, we won. 45 seconds. Allow unflagging. Shh. Well, I didn't even test to make sure that I could unflag. Give me a moment. Alright, y'all, I gotta go. Thanks for joining in, everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye!